Alright, everyone. We'll just start in a few minutes. Alright, I see more people are coming. We'll just wait for a few moments and we're about to start. Okay, so it's 3:33. I think it's a good time to start. So, welcome everyone to the 5th grade math live stream. Today's topic is numbers and operations. And the questions we're going to be covering, they're from the STAR released questions. And the test papers we're covering are 2019 and 2018. And the questions we're covering from 2019 are question number 6, question number 14, and question number 25. And from 2018, we're covering question number 2, question number 22, and question number 39. So, with that being said, let's start with the first question. So, with the first question, let's start by reading the question. And as we read, let's try to highlight any key information. So, what is 0.64 rounded to the 10th place? So, what is it rounded to the 10th place? And record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. Give me 1 second. I think there might be something up with my pen pad. So, alright, so sorry about that. Let's move on. So what the question is asking is, what is 0.64 rounded to the tens place? So in math, we have these things called places, place values. And the place value is the place where, let's say, like a number 1 over here, which is in the hundreds place, we're basically saying that's 100. And over here, if we have a number like 4, we're saying that's 40. So anyway, over here, this is the hundreds place. Over here is the tens. Over here is the ones, or as more commonly referred to, the units. Over here is the tenths place, so TENTHS. And over here is the hundredth place, so 100 place. And from this question we see 0.64. So it has a 0 right here, point, which is our decimal, and 64. We usually say this as 64 hundredths, but for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to say 0.64. So it is asking us to round this number to the 10th place. So rounding this number to the 10th place right here. So let's look at this number really quickly. 0.64 0.64, and how you round a number to a place. So in this case, how you round a number to the 10th place, you first look at the number in the 10th place, which is 0.6 right here, and you look at the previous number, 4. And there's an old nursery rhyme saying 5 or more, let it soar, 4 less, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. It's a tongue twister, but in simple terms, whenever the number after the 10th place, if it's 5 or greater, so like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then you make this 7 go up to a 7, you make this 6 go up to a 7. And if it's 4 or less, so like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, then you make this go down, so 0.6, or you round this down to 0.6. So from what we see, this hundredths number is a 4, and it fits in this category, So that means that this would round down to 0.6. And if you want to see it in another way, and if you can't remember this, let me draw a number line. You can just draw a number line right here. Okay. So you see 0.64. So let's put 0.6 over here and 0.7 right here, and in the middle we'll put 0.65. So then you ask yourself first, is 0.64 greater than 0.65 or less than 0.65? And the answer is it's less than 0.65 right here. 0.64, which means that this would be closer to 0.6 than it is to 0.7 because it is less than 0.65. So because this is closer to 0.6, you would round it down to 0.6. So the correct answer for this question is 0.6. Is there any questions that you guys have regarding this question? And you can just type it in the chat if you would like. I'll wait for about a minute. And if you guys also understand the question, you can also type it in the chat. Okay, so it seems like you guys don't have any questions, so we can just move on to the next question. So we'll move on to question number 14. And we'll just draw a line so that we can separate our work. Okay. Right. Yeah. There, that looks good. So let's start as always by reading the question and trying to find the information. So, 4 students are traveling to a math contest. The table shows the weights of the 4 students' suitcases. So you have Juan with a suitcase that weighs 21.605 pounds. You have Tiana, whose suitcase weighs about 24.8 pounds. You have Kimberly, whose suitcase weighs about 21.48, and you have Emmanuel, whose suitcase weighs about 24.75. So, in what position would Juan's suitcase be if the weights of the suitcases in pounds were ordered from greatest to least? So, and it's asking what position. So, would he be in first place? Would he be in second place? Would he be in third place? Would he be in fourth place? We have to find that out. So, let's start by making a number line, okay? Let's just, yeah. So let me get my ruler out and draw us a number line. Oh. I think that would be good enough. So we have numbers ranging from 21.6605 to 24.8. So I guess what we can use for what range we can use, we can make this 20 and we can make this 25, and then we can have 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so let's start by plotting these points, okay? So we know that Juan's suitcase is 21.605, and 21.605 is between 21 and 22. So let's try expanding this section right here. Let me scroll down. Yeah. Let's try expanding a little bit right here. So you have a number line right here. And you can make this 21, and you can make this 22, and let's make the middle 21.5. Okay, so 21.605. Let's break this down. Sorry. So we have to look at this number, and let's first ask ourselves, is 21.605 greater than 21.5 or less than 21.5? So the answer is that 21.605 is greater than 21.5 because 21.6 is greater than 21.5 by 0.1. So it would be slightly greater than 21.5. So 21.605. Okay, and let's also look at this table and try to see if there's any other numbers that are in the range of 21 and 22. And as we can see, there's one other number, Kimberly's number, it's 21.48. So then we ask ourselves, is 21.48 greater than or less than 21.5? And the answer is that it is less than 21.5 because we can also write this as 21.50, and 21.50 is greater than 21.48 because 0.50 is greater than 0.48. So we would put this number, it would be pretty close to 21.5, but it wouldn't be exact. Let's make this 21.48. Okay, we have that right there. Now let's look at our other numbers. 24.8 and 24.75. So we can see these are about 24, so they'll be in the range right here. 24 and 25. So let's just draw a number line again. So 24 is right here. And 25 is right here. And we can make the middle 24.5. So then let's look at Tiana, and let's look at Tiana's number first. So we can see 24.8. So let's ask ourselves, is 24.8 greater than or less than 20, sorry, is 24.8 greater than or less than 24.5? And the answer is 24.8 is greater than 24.5. It would be right, not right there, probably a little bit. It would be right here, 24.8. And we also see Emmanuel's number, 24.75. So we ask ourselves our question one last time. 24.5, is 24.75 greater than, less than, or less than 24.5? And the answer is 24.75 is greater than 24.5. So we're in this area right here. We're in this area. So then we also see the number 24.8. So let's ask ourselves the question one last time. Let's ask ourselves the question, is 24.75 less than or greater than 24.8? And there's many ways to find this out, but what I like to do usually is multiply these two numbers by 10, or yeah, no, by 100, sorry, 100. And then you get 2,480. For this, you get 2,475. Then ask yourselves the question, is 2,480 greater than or less than 2,475? And the answer is, this is greater than 2,475. 2,480, sorry, is greater than 2,475. And so, or in other words, 2,475 is less than 2,480. So it would go right here. 24.75 would go right here. Points. Let me write it somewhere else. 24.75. So, we know that the number line goes from left to right with the least over here and the greatest over here. So let's reverse that order and find what the greatest number was and go all the way to the least. So our greatest number was right here. Right here. It was 24.8. And then after that it's 24.75. 24.75. And then after that is 21.605. 21.605. Then the last number was 21.48. 21.48. So this would be first, second, third, and fourth. So Juan, we're asked what position would Juan's suitcase be. Juan's number was 21.605, and it is right here. So Juan would fall in this category, third place. So you circle third right here. So it's 3:55. If you guys have any other questions, please type them in the chat. If not, then let's try to get one more question in, and then I can do the rest of the questions next meeting. So let's wait for a few moments. So I don't see any other question. So let's move on to 25. Right here. And we're being asked which inequality is not true. So let's start by looking at the question really quickly. Which inequality is not true? And usually STAR does a good job highlighting the key points to the question. So which inequality is not true? So for 25, the best strategy for this is to draw a number line. So a number line right here, just draw a quick number line. So we have 65, 66, 67, and let's just make the 68. Okay. So, and before we start making number lines, actually, I completely forgot. Let's define what these symbols are. So this symbol means greater than, and this symbol means less than. Okay, so with that in mind, let's try to solve these questions. So for A, we see this symbol right here. So we can say that 65.7 is less than 67.54. So as we can see right here, let's just draw a number line. Oh my god. Let's draw a number line right here. We have 65 right here, 66 right here, 67 right here, 68 right here, and 69 right here. So 65.7, where would we plot that? It's between 65 and 66. So let's just plot that, say, right here. And let me just color code this really quickly. Okay, so this would be red, and this will be blue. So red is right here, and blue 67.54. That would be right here. So as you can see from the number line, blue is greater than red. Or in other words, 67.54 is greater than 65.7, or in other words, 65.7 is less than 67.54. So that is correct. So uh, we can we can eliminate this answer choice. Now let's look at this question. So we see the symbol right here. So let me color code it again. So 4.003 is greater than let's make this blue, 4.03. And another way to say these numbers, this is 4 and 3,000th, and this is 4 and 300th. But just for the video again, I'm just going to say 0.03 and 0.003. So let's draw another number line. Actually make this number line a little bit lower than the first one. And let's have 4 right here and 5 right here. Or you know what we can do actually? We can put 4 right here and 4 right here, and we can actually narrow the range so that it would be 4.1. That's a better strategy. And then you make the middle 4.05. Yes. Oh. And then what you would do is you would try to see, is 4.003 greater than 4.05, and you have to be careful about the decimals, okay? The farther these numbers are from the decimal, the less value it has. So once again, we have to see, is this 4.003 less than 4.05? And yeah, this is, the red number is less. So, and remember, this is actually closer to 4.01, so it would be about right here. And then for blue, 4.03 less than 4.05, yes, but looking at the decimal blue, it would be right here. Since by the decimal, its value is higher. So, we see that blue is greater than red, or in other words, 4.03 is greater than 4.003. And what this answer choice is actually saying is, this answer choice is saying the exact opposite. It's saying that 4.003 is greater than 4.03, which is not true. So this is our answer choice right here. Just to be certain though, let's look at the next answer choice. So 26.4 is less than, as you see with the symbol, 20. Oh my god, I forgot to color code. Let me rewrite this with the colors. 26.4 is less than 26.48. So let's draw a number line really quickly. Okay, so 26.4. Let's make the range between 26.4 and 26.5. So 26.4 and 26.5. And as we can see, 26.4 is clearly stated right here. It's clearly shown right here. And 26.48, it would be closer to 26.5. So we can just say it's right here. So we see that red is less than blue, or 26.4 is less than 26.48. So that is correct, which means by the question's terms, this would not be the answer choice. And then let's look at D, okay? D. So once again, it's color code 0.91, and looking at the symbols is greater than 0.097. So once again, let's make a range 0 and 1. So again, let's look at the numbers that we have. We see that the red 0.91, that is closer to 1. So it would be right here, because it, like 9, like the decimal, right after the decimal is 9. So it would be close to 1. So we would make it right here. And 0.097, as I said before, if you go farther from the decimal, then the number decreases in value. So this 0.097, that's closer to 0.1. So we can just make the blue right here. So we see that red is greater than blue, or 0.91 is greater than 0.097. So this would be incorrect by the question's response, because it's asking what is not true. So B is the correct answer choice for this question. So I know we missed out on a couple of questions, so I will try to cover those questions next week. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's live stream. And please, if you want to join the science live stream, it will happen momentarily. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.